Hey, what's up guys? Chief Pat here, and today bringing you guys a brand new Clash Royale video, and inside of this video we are hopping into the next episode of our Let's Play Clash Royale series, where you can see we are currently at 1992 as far as our trophies go. Now that's actually my birth year, which is a fun fact of the day, but more importantly, let's take a look at my deck. I'm still using that Hog Poison deck. I'm hoping to see the difference between the Poison and the Free Spell by testing it in a couple more battles, but with the 1 second nerf to the Free Spell, I'm really not sure what to use. So if you guys have any advice, whether I should use the Poison Spell or the Free Spell in this deck, let me know with a comment below. But let's go ahead and start off against Test Deck, who is a level 9 down here in the Royal Arena. This guy's going to be pretty tough to deal with. And let's go ahead and see what he does. And as we made our Hog push, I actually had a little bit of a fail with the Pig push on the right-hand lane. I'm going to go ahead and sit at 10 elixir for about half a second, just so the Valkyrie can take out the Musketeer as soon as she crosses the water. And let's go ahead and pump up on the bottom left-hand side. Now, even though he's level 9, you can see his commons are level 8, and my commons are level 9, so that shouldn't be too bad of a deal. I'm going to go ahead and cannon down that Royal Giant. Unfortunately, it didn't actually lock onto my cannon, but the skeletons plus the cannon and the poison should be effective enough, and he actually is going to give me the thumbs up. Looks like he's pretty confident about this battle, seeing as he's level 9. But let's see what he wants to do as soon as we start pumping up and getting a pig push going down the right hand lane. Alright, so Valkyrie in the bottom right. He's going to start laughing at me. Okay, I see how it is. Test deck from the deck tester clan deck. Okay, alright. We got the Valkyrie, we've got the Hog Rider, we've got the Musketeer, we've got arrows on both the minions as well as the Spear Goblins. I dropped him an oops after he was emoting me right there. I can drop the skeletons on top of his Musketeer, and just like that, we're gonna assassinate the tower on the right hand side all the way down to 0 with the Musketeer, giving us the 1 crown to 0 lead in the very beginning of the game. So all of a sudden, it seems like he got a little bit quiet. He made that big push down the left hand lane, and then the emotes all of a sudden disappeared. So I'm just going to go ahead and set up and see what he does on offense. I'm assuming he's going to use the Royal Giant unless he has something like a Hog Rider inside of his deck. Let's go ahead and use the Valkyrie in the back, getting ready for the Poison just to see if he's going to drop anything back there. It might be worth it, but he's just going to use that Wizard, and I don't really have anything that I can play defensively, so I'm just going to go crazy with my Poison. I've got the arrows, I've got the Valkyrie, and the Musketeer. I'm not going to get too much damage on the tower, if any, but still wasted a good amount of time. I think we went pretty much even on elixir, so things are looking pretty good. He's going to start dropping some well played now. He knows that we mean business. Let's go and drop a Valkyrie. This time we're going to drop a perfect cannon, hopefully, onto that Royal Giant, which we do. Poison Spell is going to melt everything behind that Royal Giant, which is going to be pretty tough for him, and I'm even going to spam the arrows to try to save as much damage as possible against the tower, and I can retaliate now with a Pig Musketeer push. So things are looking pretty good. I'm just going to cycle through these 1 elixir skeletons and the poison just to make those minions get a little bit more damage, and they're preparing for another Royal Giant with the cannon. You can see it's going to walk across the water. We've got the cannon on the Royal G, Valkyrie in the back for the Musketeer, and that's going to wrap up a fairly simple victory against a level 9. Again, some of his cards actually resembled a lower level 8, so maybe not accurate with the level 9 right there, but 30 trophies for the win right there. And definitely what we needed to stay inside of the Royal Arena. Staying inside of the Royal Arena is so good on this account because I can request up to 30 cards from donations. Obviously, my chests give me more cards. If you guys didn't know, the higher arena you are, the more cards you get out of your chest. So it's definitely an advantage to be in the Royal Arena. So I'm trying not to drop back to Arena 6 for the rest of the time that I'm on this account. But let's go ahead and get into another battle against Alan Swagga, who has 2,139 trophies. If we can end up stealing a win right here, we would get so many trophies from this battle. You can actually see that his level 6 Musketeer is a higher level than the level 9 we just played previously, and this guy's a level 7. So sometimes levels definitely don't tell the story. But anyways, he's got a Prince in the back. I'm going to drop a set of skeletons to help out with my Musketeer. Probably still going to take some Prince damage in the right-hand lane, especially because he used his arrows. And going for a crazy push, you can see I actually dropped a poison to help out my Hog Rider. The poison missed the Spear Goblins. Overall, just not a great play for me, but he's actually going to drop his minions into the poison, but still, I'm going to have to arrow those down, or actually drop my Musketeer instead, because I would have taken a pretty decent amount of damage. Alright, so looks like the minions got a little bit of damage because of that free spell, but he must have spent a lot of elixir on that, so we're definitely going to be able to get at least somewhat of a push down this left-hand lane. Let's go ahead and use the Valkyrie with our Musketeer. Actually going to be able to assassinate his Musketeer right here. One swing from the Valkyrie is going to do a pretty good job, and this tower is going going to trickle all the way down to less than 600 HP. And let's throw a quick counter out to that Hog Rider to make sure we don't take any more damage. Now, notice the cannon location. The cannon actually made it so we took both towers attacking that Hog Rider. And take a look at this. I actually lagged out during this battle. I quickly swiped up and reloaded Clash Royale in like half a second. And as I dropped that Hog Rider, I lagged out inside of the battle. And when we take a look at where things are, please don't 3-crown me, we actually have it down to 84 HP on the left-hand side. So the Hog Rider reached the tower. I threw the thumbs up because I thought this game was pretty much over. But at this point, if we play defense and can poison down that left-hand tower, we might be able to steal a massive trophy victory, even though we lagged out during the battle. Alright, so Cannon's gonna stop the Prince. I didn't actually really want to play the Cannon because I know he has the Hog Rider, and the Elixir Collector is the only other building I have that could help out. But since he dropped that Elixir Collector, let's go ahead and poison down the tower. Definitely one of the saddest moments in the game when your tower slowly gets poisoned down. And setting up with a Musketeer push down the right-hand lane, let's drop a Valkyrie as well. We're sort of forced to go on an offensive push. So let's drop our Skeletons, let's drop our Arrows, and Hog Rider coming up next to see how far we can get to this tower. Now, he does drop his Prince, and the Hog Rider actually is going to do a decent job tanking, and you can see that the Hog is actually going to run right by our Musketeers as they get frozen. Skeletons are going to help out. I'm even going to arrow the Hog Rider because one hit onto my tower could mean the difference between life or death in this battle. And I definitely wanted to make sure that Hog Rider went down. Even though I didn't need it, it still worked out pretty well. And now that we've got a poison spell, we've got 2 Musketeers on the right-hand tower. I dropped a third one to see if I could take it down because I was trying to get my crown tower. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. I'm going to troll him by dropping the cannon and the Skeletons to lure the minion horde instead of the arrows. Good game against Alan Swagga, and this should give us like 40 trophies. So in total, even though we lagged out, we stole 39 trophies from this battle. Things are looking pretty dope on this account. Let's go ahead and try one more battle today. Hopefully we don't screw it up after getting all these nice wins and all these trophies, but we're definitely safely inside of the Royal Arena, and I think if we win the next battle, we'd be at a personal record on my account. I think I've gotten to 2086, which is my max, and we're like 2061 right now. So let's go ahead and start one last battle off. Again, it's Mount. Hopefully no lag inside of this one, and Elixir Collector in the front. He's gonna drop a level 2 baby dragon, but should be okay to deal with. Now, instead of dropping my Valkyrie to tank the baby dragon, I just cycled all the way to my Musketeer. That should work out pretty well. He's got his Hog Rider, which I can take out with my cannon, and my Musketeer should help out as well to make sure the Elixir Collector doesn't take any damage. And at this point, let's go for a counterattack on the right-hand lane and see how much Elixir he actually has. Now, the Bomb Tower is going to come out of this guy's deck. Guys, the Bomb Tower is still so annoying inside of this game. I don't know about you guys, but every time I see a Bomb Tower, I physically cringe because it's just such a tanky card, especially when you're playing people who are a higher level than you. And this one is going to be a tough base to crack, so I don't know how much success we're going to have. I think the strategy here is to build up our Elixir Collectors and eventually just get them to cycle through the Bomb Tower and take them out. But that's easier said than done against a level 6 Bomb Tower when most of my rares are still level 4. So let's just set up for another small push in the back. We got the Valkyrie, we've got the Musketeer, and the Hog Rider I'm actually thinking about deploying on the left-hand side. He actually has the same idea right here, but the Skeletons will be able to take that Hog Rider out, as well as the cannon. And as my Hog Rider makes its way down the lane, again, another Bomb Tower right in my face. Alright, let's drop another Valkyrie to see if we can make a push. Looks like the minions are actually going to clean that Valkyrie up. Really not too bad. At least we took those minions out. Musketeer might get a single hit or two off on the tower right there. So I guess that's a worth trade, but still, no idea how we're going to crack this tower. And if we mess up at any point, he can definitely hit us with a hog push. He might have a free spell inside of there, so we definitely don't want to get too complacent on defense, but still, this is going to be a tough base to crack. Alright, so Minion Horde as a first card, obviously just going to arrow that down, get a little bit of free tower damage. My arrows only do 81 damage, so definitely not my win conditioner for this game. Baby Dragon down the right-hand lane. Let's go ahead and do our Skeletons to cycle to our Valkyrie and Hog Rider. Drop our Poison Spell where we think the Bomb Tower is going to be, as well as our Cannon on the Hog Rider. And it looks like that Hog Rider is actually going to reach the tower. Now, even though it reached the tower, I'm not sure if it's actually going to be able to get it down below half HP, so I'm not too worried right there. Looks like right when my Musketeer was going to lock onto the tower, again, his Barbarians went down. This is just too much defense for me to get through. Having level 9 Barbarians as well as a bunch of level 6 rares and a Bomb Tower on top of that is probably going to be too much to deal with. And at some points during battles, you sort of just have to realize that you might be a little bit outgunned. So again, poison spell is going to go down. He actually doesn't have the bomb tower, so we're going to get one free hit off with our Hog Rider, but still not enough to say that this game is over by any means, or even close to being over. So again, another Hog Rider in the left-hand lane. We've got a baby dragon. Let's go ahead and assassinate that Hog Rider with the Musketeer, and hoping for that bomb tower to expire, we're going to make another big push using our arrows, as well as our Hog Rider, our Valkyrie, and our Musketeer. We're getting like one hit off at a time, as well as a little bit of poison and arrow damage every single time, but with 40 seconds left in overtime, he's probably just going to plant the bomb tower right in front of his crown tower on the right-hand lane, since the left is sort of just exposed. And it's really a battle like this that I wish I had the free spell. If I had a free spell right here and I could freeze that bomb tower, things would be so much better. And take a look at that. He's just going to drop a bomb tower right in front of his tower. There's almost nothing that I can do. Way too tanky for my Valkyrie and Hog Rider to deal with. We've got a Musketeer. We still have an Elixir Collector, so we should theoretically be getting an Elixir lead, but still, things are just so difficult to crack this base. And one last push with the Hog Rider. It's actually going to take damage from those Barbarians, and he's going to drop a free spell. We got the tower all the way down to 532 HP, but yeah, just a little bit too little too late. If this was 3 minutes in overtime like a friendly battle, then we definitely could have poisoned and arrowed him out, but I guess good game against Mount. Well played defensively, and that's going to stump us from getting our new personal trophy record. Well, still good times with this account, guys. I would still love to hear what you think about the free spell compared to the poison spell. Do you think I should swap it in? Do you think I should just keep using my poison cheese? Just let me know what they comment in the comment section below, or any other decks that you want me to play. And yeah, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash that like button with your forehead or your right elbow. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.